Hi, so I'm going to take a few minutes to talk about the different types of essential oils on the market. I'm going to go through this chart here from grade A to grade D. This is important because if you're thinking about using essential oils, it depends on why you want to use them. If you want to use them to boost your health, to boost your immune system, or if you want to just use them because you like the smell of them and you just want to smell pretty. There's very different reasons to use essential oils. So when you're trying to figure out which ones to use, you pretty much have to establish why you want to use them. And that way you can make an informed choice. So for right here, the grade A oils, they are 100% pure, authentic oils. There's no added synthetics or any other species of oils. They make up a small minority of all the essential oils on the market. Now, the reason that I put Young Living oils here is because they fall into this category, and Young Living oils smell very earthy. I know that I had oils from another company and they were more fragrant. For example, this other company's peppermint oil smelled very much like candy compared to Young Living's peppermint oil, which again smells very earthy. But that's because Young Living's oils are not modified. So then grade B, they're still 100% pure. So don't get confused when someone's saying 100% pure. It still means that they could be modified or manipulated. What happens is companies will hire somebody and they will take away some of the heavier molecules in the oil using fractionated distillation, or they'll add very small amounts of another species to enhance the aroma. They can still say it's 100% pure. This is a very common practice. And that's why a lot of oils can be a lot cheaper. So then for grade C, you have perfume. Now this is where there's some pure and then there's some synthetic added. You'll often see an essential oil labeled as pure, even though they're not entirely 100% pure. There's a percentage of pure essential oils and a percentage of the synthetic. So these types of oils, they can sometimes cause headaches, and they definitely don't have any therapeutic action. Where grade A has the highest therapeutic action, grade B has some therapeutic action, but not a lot. And then grade C has no therapeutic action. This is again why they're sold for very cheap. The danger of this is people think they're using oils that have therapeutic action, and then they use them and then they don't work, and then they're saying, oh, those essential oils don't work. This is why it's important to make an informed decision on which oil company you want to trust. So then finally for grade D, which is the last one, floral waters, this is 100% synthetic. These are not really essential oils because there's no labeling regulations on the term essential oil. So they can be full synthetic and able to be labeled and sold as essential oils. They smell like nothing like the original plant, but they might smell good because they're synthetically modified to smell good, to be very pleasing to our sense. So, who doesn't want to smell flower water? Just so you understand, there's absolutely no therapeutic action. So buying perfume or synthetic essential oils is a choice as long as you are aware that you're using it as a perfume and that there are no therapeutic actions. It's only for smell, and there's nothing wrong with that. My only goal here is to give you the different grades so that you know what you're buying. So purchasing grade B manipulated oils can have some benefit, like I talked about, but is very weak in therapeutic action because it's modified. again, I had that experience where it seemed to be doing a little bit, but not a whole lot. It was because basically they weren't strong enough because they were modified. So for authentic non-modified oil, I use Young Living essential oils. There's nothing worse than purchasing oils because you thought they would have power and they don't. So Young Living sets the standards for essential oil purity, and by carefully monitoring the production of oils, they do this through seed to seal. They are the only company that has seed to seal. So what does seed to seal mean? I'm glad you asked. Here's the seed to seal purity promise. So Young Living makes sure each seed that is planted is the best seed available. None of their seeds are treated with chemicals. Then to cultivate, Young Living farms are located all over the world and are dedicated to perfecting reasonable growing and harvesting practices. No pesticides are used. I know I get this question a lot about Young Living. So again, no pesticides are used. In fact, in order for a farm to be considered, it must not have had any pesticides used for greater than 30 years. It's also important to know how to harvest the plants and the best time to harvest for the highest medicinal value in the oil. So then we have distilling. Young Living uses ancient as well as modern techniques to steam distill their oils. Their techniques gently preserve the essential oil's precious constituents. Many other companies use solvents to extract their oils. Using solvents can damage the essential oil, causing it to lose effectiveness. Again, we're talking about therapeutic value. We're not talking about just a pretty scent. So Young Living's citrus oils are cold pressed from the rind, making them less acidic than the fruits. And then there's testing. To maintain the highest quality, Young Living's oils are tested internally as well as a third-party facility. Young Living never accepts diluted or adulterated oils. If the batch isn't right, it doesn't make the cut. Another thing to remember, this is some of the reason why Young Living will have oils go out of stock, because they're very particular about the purity of their oils. So the seed to seal process is completed by carefully bottling each essential oil in amber bottles, which protects them from oxidizing caused by light, sealing them and sending them to members worldwide. So I hope you found that helpful. I really did enjoy reading about the seed to seal, and when I was making the decision about essential oils, it made so much sense for the purity. So let me know if you have any questions or comments. Thanks so much.